Guys, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me here. I am very excited about this because I'm going to talk about one of my top favorite stocks, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm up 58.7% on this stock, and most of you are also. If you've been following this YouTube channel, you know I have talked about this stock many times. I have done at least 10 YouTube videos. It has been my target in and out in 2023 at least 6 times. For 2024, I am not getting out now. I'll show you what I mean if you're new to this YouTube channel. Amazing stock. Now, if you're new and you're thinking, well, why are you telling me about a stock that went up 58%? Because that's nothing compared to where it will go, in my personal opinion. And I've been right so far over and over that, you know, time and time again that I've been talking about and doing YouTube videos, just, you know, so it has big news. We're going to Mars. We're going to planet Mars. Yep. We're, you know, so it's pretty cool.
It's heading for another 20 minutes. We'll see the pilgrim.
I didn't do anything.
Oh my God. No. Hey. Don't do that. No, come on. Hey. Oh, man. Oh.
What's me?
What do you mean it wasn't you? We're 35 million miles from the nearest person.
There's going to be 2 satellites that will be traveling towards Mars starting this year. They haven't launched yet. So they will be traveling towards Mars. They will reach Mars around September of 2025. And then they will begin, NASA says in the beginning of 2026, around there, they're going to begin their mission, year-long mission, all of 2026, to collect the critical data that NASA wants to collect using those 2 spacecraft. So I shouldn't say satellite, I should say spacecraft. Now, before I get to it, guys, as always, I want to touch up on some other things going on in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, you can join us if you want. There's 2,000 members already. We're doing awesome. One of the things I talked about on August 14, 2024 is I was looking at SEC filings for Ticker Symbol Lab, which I don't think is a great company at all, in my opinion. Don't think that I'm endorsing it or think, you know, that they're great. It was for a day trade, maybe a 2 or 3 day hold at most. So it was $1.63, as you can see, and I showed them that there's a lot of purchases going on. Something's going on here, not sure. Eventually later I found out. Well, it was $1.63, right, on August 14th, not long ago. Right now the stock is at $1.83, and to be honest, looking at my phone right now, it's actually $1.88. So from 163 to 188 is enough. I would get out. Why has it been going up? Because there's, well, it was reported today, a bit late on our Discord, we knew about it from before, that there were 1.2 million shares being bought by an insider, right? So by the director. So that's it, really. Yeah, so from 163 to 188, that's a good game. Not bad for a 2-day, 3-day hold. So that's that. Another thing, on August 15, 2024, I talked about taking symbol SPRC. Now, this is interesting because I am recording this video in pre-market, so when you see it, it will be already regular hours, and the price for SPRC will be different. Now, watch this. That was August 15, 2024, 45 cents, right? Pre-market, and I said it was running. That same day, guys, on August 15, that same exact day, it went up to 83 cents, almost a 100% gain. Now let's talk about RocketLab, which is what this video is about. As you can see here, these are some, not all, I couldn't fit them all. These are just some of the screenshots of YouTube videos that I have done for RocketLab. So here's some screenshots. As you can see, I actually even talked about RocketLab before they even went public on this YouTube videos. So I've been talking about them for years now, for a long time. And some of these videos, it was under $3, under $4 actually. It was at $3.90 or something like that. Right now, RocketLab, guys, is trading at $6.89 in pre-market. And back in 2022, I had called RocketLab a buy for my Discord members at $2.28. $2.28, guys. Sold it at $4.25 in late 2022. Also talked about RocketLab, guys, in 2023 various times, and I got in and out of it. This was Discord trades that we did. But as of 2024, this year, RocketLab, I still hold 500 shares at $4.39, guys. I'm up 58.2%. And my price target for RocketLab now that it is a much more mature company than ever before, and they're going to launch the Neutron, and that expands the boundaries of what RocketLab can do, and revenue and contracts and all that stuff. So my price target for RocketLab is $10, and it remains there. Minimum that it will hit $10 minimum, and I do believe that it will. It's just a matter of time. August 16th. Let's focus on August 16th. They came out with this post on the X platform, and they said, "Ready for Mars. We've shipped our twin spacecraft, so 2 spacecraft, Blue and Gold is what they're called, off to launch in Florida." That basically enables NASA to carry on their Mars missions. What is the most important part about this post? Leave in the comment section below what you think you see so important from this post, because I'll tell you what I think, what I see. For people who are new to RocketLab, when people think about RocketLab, they think about just rockets going off, and the more rockets we can send to space, more money we make, and that's it. RocketLab is not just about building rockets and shipping out in space for customers, their satellites, and all that stuff. RocketLab also takes orders to create spacecraft for others, to create satellites for others. You know, what do you want? You want this type of satellite? You want this type of spacecraft for this and this and this? I can build it for you. This is very important, right? So I like that part of RocketLab. So in a way, RocketLab takes part in this Mars mission, right? This spacecraft, they're going to be circling Mars and creating and recording critical data for NASA are spacecraft that were built by RocketLab. Are they going to be launched also into space and, to be headed towards Mars by RocketLab? No, they won't. So RocketLab ships the twin satellites to the launch site in Florida for the Mars mission, which will be in September of 2024. But it will be Blue Origin that will actually launch them into space. And Blue Origin will use their New Glenn launch vehicle. So basically this is scheduled on October 2024 on a Blue Origin New Glenn launch vehicle. It will reach Mars on September 2025. Over roughly 7 months, the orbits will be adjusted until they reach the nominal science orbits in April 2026. And the initial science campaign involves both spacecraft flying in the same orbit, collecting data, and it will be over a year long. Planned for March 2027 is when the mission will end. But this raises questions. I had one person ask me when we were talking about it yesterday, says, "Mike, if NASA trusted RocketLab to build a spacecraft, and this is a big deal for RocketLab investors, this is awesome. It's not just about launching rockets. Why would they go with Blue Origin? Like, doesn't do they not trust RocketLab or whatever?" No, it doesn't really have anything to do with that. It also has to do with the fact that we're not ready with Neutron, right? Neutron hasn't launched yet. But besides that, because the satellites are actually very small, I think you could have sent them with a Electron rocket. I think you could have. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, guys, look. I mean, these are the satellites, the Blue and Gold, inside these RocketLab boxes, which are basically in one small crate. As you can see, they're very tiny. They're actually, guys, so small that one of the key scientists confirmed that the satellites that will be launched with Blue Origin's rocket sort of make no sense, that the Blue Origin rocket is massively oversized. So he confirmed that the $20 million price for the New Glenn, which is massively oversized, he says, for this mission to send these satellites. These are very small satellites. I think, in my opinion, Jeff Bezos was just really hungry for PR announcements, some PR news. This is just $20 million deal. As you can see here, the procurement databases show that it was worth $20 million. So $20 million bucks, small satellites. Why in the world is Jeff Bezos getting them and putting them on, awarded to send them off to space with their New Glenn rocket, which hasn't even launched ever? This is going to be like the very first time that it's going to take off as a rocket, and they're putting the NASA spacecraft in there. It's just $20 million bucks, guys. That's all. It's just 20. It's not a big deal. It doesn't mean anything negative about RocketLab. It's just $20 million deal. These aren't, multi-billion-dollar deal, worth spacecraft. This isn't critical spacecraft. If things don't go right, whatever. It's not a huge setback for NASA. And also, the fact that Blue Origin was chosen wasn't because Blue Origin was the most capable rocket out there. Like I said, it hasn't even taken off yet. This is the first, with those satellites, with those spacecraft, will be the first time they take off. It was because NASA has this program that is called the Venture Class Acquisition of Dedicated and Rideshare, or VADR, if you want to call it like that, which is basically a program that they came out with in 2022, around there, to help financially up-and-coming private companies in the space sector, so that eventually some of those companies will be able to grow and become very established and will help the U.S. That's basically it. They select the 13 companies to be part of the VADR program. They're all going to get some kind of deal. And RocketLab gets, I think, more, other than after SpaceX, the most deals go to RocketLab. So that's something to think about. It's actually very positive. So some of these companies are, these are the companies basically that are in the VADR program. They're all going to get some kind of deal. RocketLab is in there also. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's a big deal for me, I think. And if you're a RocketLab investor, you should be looking forward to the launch. Even though if it's by Blue Origin, trust me, it means nothing. It was just something they had to give them. And I think Bezos was just hungry to turn this into big PR news, although it's just a $20 million launch. It'll probably cost them more than the money that they'll make off that launch. But there will be news in 2025. There will be news 2026 from RocketLab about how the spacecraft are doing around Mars. If the spacecraft are successful, obviously we can celebrate as RocketLab investors, because that shows that RocketLab can build capable spacecraft to go to harsh places like Mars and carry out critical missions. So that's that. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you are a RocketLab investor. What is your price target? Wish you guys all the best. Take care.